Good day, students. This is science class for grade 7, chapter 1, Nutrition in Plants. In this chapter, we will understand the different modes of nutrition. Different modes of nutrition. Study about the process of photosynthesis, the materials required and the products formed, and then we will learn about the other modes of nutrition in plants such as parasitic nutrition, saprophytic nutrition, insectivorous nutrition, and the symbiotic nutrition. Let us begin. All living organisms need energy to perform various activities. The basic activities which all living organisms perform are called life processes. And the examples of some life processes are respiration, growth, excretion, reproduction, etc. Now, in order to perform these life processes, living organisms require a continuous supply of materials in the form of food to derive energy as well as for growth and maintenance of the body. Nutrition is the process of utilization of food by living organisms to obtain energy. So the process of intake of food and its proper utilization in the body is termed as nutrition. The components of the food such as carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals are called nutrients. Let us now understand the modes of nutrition in plants. So depending upon the utilization of the nutrients by the body, there are two modes of nutrition. They are autotrophic nutrition. The next one is heterotrophic nutrition. Now, what is this autotrophic mode of nutrition? The mode of nutrition in which organisms make food for themselves. Make food for themselves. So the mode of nutrition in which organisms make food for themselves is called autotrophic nutrition. Now they make food for themselves by using simple substances. And those substances are this carbon dioxide, water and minerals. It is commonly found in green plants. Now, green plants prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Therefore, the plants are called autotrophs. Now, what is the meaning of autotrophs? Here, the word auto, which means self, and then Trophos means nutrition, the self nutrition, that is they prepare food for themselves, self nutrition. So here green plants are called the producers as they produce food for all the living organisms. They prepare the food as well as they produce the food for all living organisms. They are called as the producers. And now let us understand what is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process by which green plants prepare their own food. Green plants is the term used for the plants that contain a green pigment called the chlorophyll. And this pigment, the chlorophyll, it will trap the solar energy, that is the sun's rays. And the trapped sun's rays is converted into the chemical energy. It is converted into chemical energy. And this chemical energy is stored in the plant as food. And plants also need carbon dioxide, water and minerals to carry out photosynthesis. Now plants, they take in carbon dioxide from the air, surrounding air. And water and minerals are absorbed by the roots and transported to the leaves. So leaves are the main sites of photosynthesis in a plant. So leaves are the main sites of photosynthesis in a plant. The photosynthesis occurs in the leaves. So in the chemical reaction of photosynthesis, the carbon dioxide and water combine in the presence of sunlight, to form glucose and oxygen, and this oxygen is released into the air. The glucose is stored in the form of starch in leaves. Not only in leaves, also it is stored in other parts of the plant. Now here the presence of starch verifies that photosynthesis has taken place. So the process of photosynthesis can be represented as carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of sunlight. Both the carbon dioxide and water, they combine in the presence of sunlight to form glucose and oxygen, where then oxygen is released into the air. And then the food prepared by the green plants is used by all the living organisms. So the process of photosynthesis helps in maintaining the balance between the oxygen and carbon dioxide. So plants are very, very important for maintaining the life. Sunlight or sun's rays. Photosynthesis cannot take place in the absence of sunlight. So sun is the ultimate source of energy for all living organisms. Next is the chlorophyll. What is this chlorophyll? The green parts of the plant, especially the leaf, they are rich in a pigment called chlorophyll, and this pigment is present in the special structure called chloroplast in the cells of the leaves of the plant. Okay, so this chlorophyll is present inside this organelle called chloroplast, and this chlorophyll, it will trap the solar energy, which is then used as a chemical energy in photosynthesis. And next is the carbon dioxide. Now what is this carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide is a gas which is present in the air, and this carbon dioxide present in the air is taken in through small openings in the leaves. Okay, through small openings in the leaves. So what are these small openings? Small openings which are present in the leaves are called stomata. Okay, in singular we call it as stoma, plural is stomata. Now the stomata, it will help the plant to respire, to breathe. So stomata, they are present in the abundance on the lower surface of the leaves. Now each stoma is surrounded by the two guard cells. It is surrounded by the two guard cells. Is surrounded by two guard cells. And these guard cells control the opening and the closing of the stomata. And next, coming to the water and minerals. Water and minerals. Now the roots of the plant absorb water and minerals dissolved in the soil with the help of the root hairs. And then these water and minerals are then transported up the roots and the stems to the leaves. Okay, so the plants, the roots of the plants absorb water, isn't it? Water as well as minerals. That is with the help of the root hairs. Now, these water and minerals are transported up to the roots and then to the stems and then to the leaves through a tissue called as the xylem. Through a tissue called as xylem. In the next class, let us study in detail the way the plants synthesize other important components of food and also the heterotrophic mode of nutrition in plants. Thank you, students.